I want to talk about why AI music might be a threat, and you're going to enjoy this because you get to sit there and say, "I told you so."
I've got the next episode of our cyberpunk dystopia in the works, by the way.
Oh, well, maybe this will help because you made a prediction, which is that AI art will basically replace all normal art, and pretty pictures. No, that's failed. That hasn't happened.
No.
You could say yet.
I'm
sure
going to say yet because have you not seen the Mid-Journey?
Not impressed.
Well, yeah. Okay, A, it is impressive, right? It is impressive for what it is.
Great, but
B, that's like year one.
We've been over this. In fact, it brings
in 20 years' time, you're not even going to think about it. So everything will be AI generated.
This is a perfect plug, actually, for what I'm going to plug, which is the Cyberpunk Dystopia series. This one's about I Have No Mouth and I'm a Screamer. There's a load of others we did, so I don't know if they're going to...
Yeah. Part 7 coming soon.
Back and forth on them. And a lot of them we've been through, and we want to, for example, it's more torture session for you. You enjoy torturing me with like, look what's going to happen, Callum.
Yeah.
And one of them
this is your future, Callum. I'm going to die soon.
like, here's the AI, and this is what you're going to have in 20 years once it's properly progressed.
Yeah.
And I've been a bit skeptical about some of them. We've been over like the Pretty Pictures one we were just talking about, but there's plenty of other examples. Now, I did a thing previously with, I think it was Harry, where we looked at AI music, and Mr. Krabs bops. And we went through a bunch of AI covers where they used Mr. Krabs' voice to make various songs, particularly nationalistic songs. We have here, of course, the IRA. It wasn't just them. It was unionists and everything else as well. And it worked. But it was kind of comedic because it's Mr. Krabs.
Sure.
Sounds kind of stupid. But since then, I've had a lot of AI music in my playlist while I work. And then I started realizing the ones I clicked on for a laugh, I'm not... nothing funny about it anymore. Like, I'm just listening to it because it's good, which is really weird.
So I've actually long had this kind of theory, right, that I've never really espoused before. That I think the reason that music has become so stagnant is because there is a kind of algorithm that essentially tricks the human brain into like there's some place, like literally just mathematical, a mathematical frequency or series of frequencies that essentially is just the most music that you can be, and humans are essentially trying to attain this. And if you can just use AI or whatever, an auto tuner or whatever, to calculate these things, like, and refine it over years and years and years with the sort of technological finesse that we have, then that explains why actually all music basically just sounds the same now. Like,
four chords thing is real because it's good. Makes my brain feel good.
Yeah.
Like, it's you're just getting closer and closer to whatever that perfect is.
And that's why, like, can you even name a pop song from the last, say, 10 years? I can't name any, you know?
Well, we'll name some other songs instead, because I've got some examples, because I wanted to make my case, not just on the point of Pretty Pictures, but there you are. There's one with Mr. Krabs. Now, this guy, was it lace editing? No idea. Who knows? You know, what does he do in his spare time? Makes wonderful S posts, like every other wonderful S poster on the internet. Who doesn't love them? I mean, they won't make the internet worthwhile.
Oh, yeah.
And only every other day, they're making, more facade jokes. But this chap decided to make AI covers using Frank Sinatra. So he has rebirthed, he's resurrected Frank Sinatra to make music. It's good.
But no, he has to go back so far. Like, you can't do that with someone modern.
Yeah. I mean, presumably he's also either made the music in the backing or got an AI to do that as well, and then just put two and two together. And I thought we'd have a nice time just checking out some of it. Because, of course, it is, again, started out with the kind of meme songs. I mean, Gangsta's Paradise by Frank Sinatra. I mean, I'm just going to play it because it is funny, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I think there's a more funny point about that. It kind of works. Let's play.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. 'Cause I've been blasting and laughing for so long that eating my mama things and my mind is gone. And I ain't never crossed a man who didn't deserve it.
It doesn't sound like a crappy
Maybe treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. And I really hate to trip, but I gotta load. As I croak, I see myself in a pistol smoke. Oh, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be, like on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. Been spending most their lives living in the gangster.
I mean, this is what I mean by I've been sat there listening to this in my playlist, just thinking, that's actually nice. I'm just going to have that.
But this is what I mean about, like, the something about like waveforms or whatever, they're mathematically calculable, and so you can I mean, with images, it's a lot more complicated, but with like to create a certain kind of waveform, or whatever, obviously, it's not that difficult and not very special. Actually,
I mean, it does take work. Don't get me wrong.
It takes work,
but I mean, that's the other funny thing about this, which is your prediction was like we'd all be enjoying AI art, and the pictures not so much yet. The music, I think we're there,
but yet
no. But the thing I'm saying is like the music, we're there now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this S poster is making stuff that actually is incredibly nice to listen to, and he's
maybe
not the only track.
Maybe this took him like 5 or 10 hours or something to make, right? But that's now
10 minutes in 20 years.
Not even 10 minutes. A lot of them will be just generated on the fly, and everything eventually will just be generated on the fly by AI.
Well, the chat's like, I need more 1920s gangster rap.
Yeah, which, I mean, I hated Gangsta's Paradise when it came out because it was cringe.
But to be honest,
but that was pretty good.
It's different renditions. He made some other ones, and of course, there is a meme thread throughout most of these. But I'm saying that I think you could start taking this more seriously, and you'd end up with some good tracks. I don't know about the legality of trying to sell them, but whatever. So we have this here. This is someone that I used to know with Frank Sinatra again, and Squidward's joining in. So let's play this weird thing.
Boy, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number.
It will be a show
I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Somebody.
Wish I lived you could go to a show.
Now and then I think of all the times you screwed me over.
I mean, auto-tune has come some way.
It's incredible. Something that
it's genuinely amazing.
Yeah,
it's genuinely amazing.
Reading into every word you say. You said that you could let it go, and I wouldn't get you upon somebody that you used to know.
You didn't have to cut me off.
Of course, like there's the full versions as well. I'm just playing clips because we ain't got all the time in the world. But I mean, again, I don't know if people could hear us talking.
But this is like a common joke about Star Trek, right? It's like, well, why do they always have 20th century music in Star Trek?
That's a good question.
Well, because
if they made AI music, though,
exactly, and it was always like, well, it shows you it was made in the 20th century. It's like, yeah, okay, that does. But also, it turns out that in 100 years, we're probably going to still be listening to music from the 20th century.
Some people in the chat are just like exterminatus, gone too far. But there is some other funny stuff. I just used the Frank Sinatra ones just because these are happen to be the ones that I've enjoyed hearing the noise of. But there's one here from Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know if you're familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm aware of it, but I've never played it.
No, the back knowledge, because I'm sure you've seen the animatronic robots. But there's a whole like deep lore, which is actually very interesting.
Right, okay.
For another time, though. But just real quick sample of this, and then I'll stop it.
And a bastard took our life away. Now we're stuck here to decay. Please let us get in, don't lock us away. We're not like what you're thinking. We are poor little souls who have lost all control, and we're forced here to take that road. We've been all alone, stuck in our little zone since 1987. Join us, be our friend, or just be sucking to fend. After all, you only got 5 nights at Freddy's.
It's also the quality of the emphasis, right? Like I'm listening to it to try and hear the kind of weird emphasis
when he's going to break.
Yeah, or like not necessarily when there's going to be a glitch or anything, but like when there's going to be a weird, like up when it should be level or something,
Yeah.
Or like and it's just not. It's totally consistent. And if you didn't tell me that was AI, I wouldn't know.
Like I told people previously, I don't know if I told you actually, there's a channel that does 40K lore now using David Attenborough's voice. I binge watched everything because it's so good.
Why wouldn't you?
But you do, even though he must spend on a few hours doing it, you still get a lot of mistakes. David Attenborough doesn't know how to say Tyranids or something like that.
Yeah.
Slanesh comes out as Slanesh, which is a bit weird. But with this stuff, I mean, I don't know what level of work you have to do. I mean, I've used 11 labs. We've been over this. I made some fake ones for a laugh. Purely for meme purposes, nothing else. No hate speech. And you can do some good stuff, but I don't think you can make that easily. But as you say, it's going to get bigger and worse. This guy, he made, as you can see here, like some albums, which are now available, every HMV, I presume. Why couldn't they be?
Which is mad.
And I don't wonder, I'm sure the copyright on his voice probably still is that valid? A dead man's voice?
I don't know, but isn't it like 80 years or 100 years or something when the copyright expires on anything? So,
but that's the original piece, because if it's a mix or a cover, that's fine. But if it's a cover with a fake voice that's a dead man, I mean, I don't know how lawyers are going to be ruling on this, but whatever. My point is just to come and tell people, like, hey, there's some AI covers out there that aren't that bad.
This is literally coming. So I guess the law is going to have to catch up here. Do you own your voice? I mean, we're going to have to say yes, right?
I'm going to say no, because what's going to end up happening, not as a point of like my belief, but what will happen is that Disney, etc., will lobby for the no vote.
Yeah.
Because, oh God, that's a lot of good money. And they always seem to win their copyright disputes.
Well, Disney's going to lobby that anyone who uses like an AI generated Mickey Mouse owes them money, right? So they will say that you do owe you, but that will land on you do own your voice.
But you signed the paper. Welcome to my empire of joy. Now get out. I've got your voice.
Sure, they will sign that into contracts, but for things that already exist or things that are like Daffy Duck or whatever, but that will transfer onto normal people. Like, will a person own the AI rights to their voice or like anything generated with their voice? I mean, it has to side with that, right?
They're so evil. I think they will be like, the stuff we own has to be defended.
Maybe.
But everything beyond this point in the law or something can't be defended.
Maybe. Maybe they are that evil.
They're really crim.
But it's got to be though, right?
But they're not the only ones. I just want to really quickly, for the end, because I don't have much time, just show off some other AI stuff I found, which was funny. So if you don't get my point about why I think that this might end up coming faster than I thought, in the music world at least, to replace artists, you can enjoy some memes. And I thought I'd just show you them because they also work. We have Eric Cartman here, which weirdly actually does work. I am going to play this one just for a second, just to make the point.
And I just can't see it and have butts immersed in ship is how we have to get the future. They love virtual insanity now.
So that one sounds a little bit more AI generated.
But it also sounds to me like something Matt and Trey would make.
It is, but you can tell that's AI generated.
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, ever so slightly.
There's something a bit wrong there. There's also some other stars. We have the Battle Droid from Star Wars has now become a internet sensation, singing Fortunate Son here. Do you want to listen to this?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, let's hear it.
I can't remember where exactly it starts, so we'll just go with like 30 seconds or something. Crappy Photoshops as well. Yeah, you can have fun.
That is good,
with that. There's also the competition for the most viewed AI cover is actually between the Austrian painter and someone else.
Let's hear it.
Do you?
I do want to hear it, yeah.
All right, this one, I don't think they're very good covers, but they are the most popular, so I thought I'd mention them.
After all, I'm only human. After all, don't put your blame on me.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, I think you might actually be to blame for some things.
But I think it's just the meme factor, of course.
Yeah.
It's not the only one with the Austrian painter. There is another one that went viral, which, oh, God. For people listening...
we don't need to listen to that one.
I will just say it's a song you probably know from the internet. Talks about fumes out of a car, so there's that one. That one actually does sound weirdly... I'm going to say the word accurate instead, even though you speak English, but anyway, whole other thing. The number one position for the AI cover, you want to guess?
Not the Hitler one, is it?
No, it's not Hitler. He's second. He's number 2.
Okay, go on.
Like history. Anyway. No, it's the Minecraft villager.
Oh, is
doing Billy Jean there, where he doesn't even speak any language, just grunts. That's the most viewed AI cover.
Okay.
So there's that. There's also, of course, Joe Biden. I find singing Black and Tans there. Yeah. I don't know if you want to hear it. It's kind of annoying, to be honest, because he's so cringe as a human, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, go on.
Neighbors out with this chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your weight while you won medals down in Flanders.
The irony is just that every time they did, we beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, but it also, because it's him, I just imagine he's going to like S himself.
Well, yeah. I get where he's going to fall over or just space out.
The Mr. Krabs version, I can imagine Mr. Krabs has got some scheme going on with selling fertilizer to the RIA or something.
Yeah.
There's not the only thing, though. There's also a lot of others. I'm just going to end this off with the Five Nights at Freddy's cover, which has 1 billion characters. So they got a load of different characters to do the voice lines, just to demonstrate that you literally could do anyone. Yeah. But I think everyone already knows that. Anyway, my point being, with all of this, was just to show people Carl, you were right.
I know.
AI is coming faster than I thought in some regards.
Yeah.
I think in the pretty pictures, we've still got some time to enjoy real pictures.
The time is measured in months, though.
But the music, I mean, my playlist has now got a significant portion of this in.
It's terrible.
So,
you're part of the problem.
If you wanted to be a musician, I'm very sorry. It's too late. So, God, I bet. Oh, that's no one's doing that. I could corner that market, actually.
What?
Well, you know my love of propaganda music.
Yeah.
We get our own Red Army Choir, put them in the AI.
AI Red Army Choir.
Yeah.
What, to do Taylor Swift songs or something?
You know, they actually did do that in real life for a joke. Not Taylor Swift, but like they did Barbie Girl once, which was funny. But whole other conversation. Anyway, point proven in my mind, which is that
yeah.
Oh boy, AI is changing the world. If you appreciated that segment from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, you can go to lotuseaters.com to get access to all the premium content that's on the site, such as the Epoch series, this episode on the War of the Spanish Succession. If you'd like to find out what else is being put out, you can follow on Getter at lotuseaters_com on Getter. Thank you and goodbye.